when Bill and I got married, we first moved to Charleston after we got married, and that wasn't too far away, and we were home frequently. So I guess they let us get by with that. But the second rule, cult rule, is if you try to leave, you die. And so when they realized that Bill had joined the Air Force, because back then there was the draft and he was of an age, the draft board was going to call him up the next month. So he joined the Air Force, and this was Vietnam era, yeah. And so um, he went to Texas for school and basic and school and stuff like that. So I was getting ready to leave to go to Texas with him, and they were like, no, you can't go. You can't do that. So they made up this, they told people that I was suicidal because I was so upset that my husband had left me. Well, he had not left me. He just went to Texas to go to, be in the service. And they gave me something that kind of drugged me up, and they took me around. I remember that day visiting my aunt in the hospital and several other places. And I'm like, they made me go. I did not want to go, and they made me go. And so then I had nothing more to do with that whole. I don't remember anything that happened with that until I was in church. And this was, we were in, I, I don't, um, I don't know how long ago, how far, it was like 20 years later or something. It was a long time, 15 maybe later after we were saved. And I kept hearing this voice say, the knife will not cut the flesh. And I'm like, what in the world? Uh, and I knew it had to have something to do with the cult stuff, but I had no memory that went with that. And so I just said, okay, Lord, you're going to have to show me if I need to see. If I don't, that's fine. I really, I don't have to see it. But if you want to show me, show me. And what I remembered was I could see, there is such a thing as out of body experiences where you can actually, you rise above your body and you can see yourself laying there. And the cult leader in his black robe, all the cult robes were black. I was on the stone altar. The cult leader was standing behind my head with the knife to slit my throat. And between the knife and my throat was a translucent blue hand. And I don't know I don't know if it was Jesus' hand. I don't know if it was uh, an angel's hand. I don't know what it was, but it was there. And the cult leader was the one who was saying, the knife will not cut the flesh. And he was terrified because and it wouldn't cut my throat. Uh, and that, I was glad when that one was over with. That was a very hard memory to get through. But I just think, how many times, we have no clue how many times God has saved our lives. We have no clue. Whether it's in the traffic that we drive in these days or in a store. I mean, who knows, Uh, but he was there.